good to see you. So good to see you, Eagles. We are kind of doing another little bit of chill. So, tomorrow, if the power is not on, we are going to probably take an adventure out somewhere. But today was kind of a busier day. So, we're just playing some chill music and saying hi to everybody. How are you doing today, man? Matt, how you doing today? Dude, I'm sorry, man. I know whenever it comes to joints, it really can be quite a while. But we're still praying, still believing that your knee's gonna get better soon. So, Matt, almost. There's a Hello Kitty guitar that came up for sale close by, and those things, the old ones are definitely a cult classic. Jacob, welcome, man. Dude, I'm so happy to hear that. The Epiphone Les Pauls, man. People used to really dog on them and say that they weren't really, really good. But they've come such a long way, and they are so good. Matt, I don't have the Hello Kitty. You're able to bring like different guitars and stuff like that in, but one of the things you have to be careful of is if you play somebody else's song, use somebody else's lyrics, that sort of thing, then there are mechanisms in place by labels and distributors and publishers that they will find clips of people doing that, and they will either strike your channel, pull the video down, and take the revenue, or they'll just take the revenue on your video. With YouTube, you have 3 strikes, and if you hit a 3rd strike, your channel's deleted. There is no coming back. And if you create a new channel, that one also gets nuked. It is a perma ban. So, since my channel's not monetized, I have kind of a safety net. The only problem is YouTube a couple years ago started reaching way back. If you start reaching YouTube started reaching way back to videos people have done in the past and striking them for those videos. So, say in a month, if this channel's monetized, YouTube could go back and say, oh, 2 years ago you played so-and-so song. Here's a strike. It's kind of crazy. So instead what we do, sometimes we'll play upbeat, sometimes we'll do my original stuff. But a lot of times, I'm just playing chill music recently. Exactly, Eagles. No, that's a good point. I think I need a new guitar, Matt. Panda, so good to see you. Panda, how's your night going? And Matt, how's your night going? Dude, how did the skateboarding go, man? Wait, what? Congrats, dude. Jacob was just telling me about his Les Paul came in. And that's awesome, man. So Panda has some really, really cool pieces. I can't share. But Panda has some really, really cool pieces. And, dude, it's so cool. Oh, dude, that's so cool, man. Jacob, I think I have, last time I counted, I think I'm back at 14. I think I'm back at 14. Right on, Matt. Dude, I never said that they were well fed. Jacob, I can tell you, there reaches a point where you start to forget all the guitars that you do have, and that's beyond 14. That is well beyond 14. However, there are guys I know who have 100 guitars in their collection, and they're like seriously collecting. So I think I'll stick with 14. Try not to go too much higher than that, though. Oh my goodness. Eagles, you'll be such a good guitar player. Time moving backwards. I just miss you in my mind. And time is moving backwards. I still miss you. Miss you. Time. Dude, that guy is crazy. So, Michael will literally play two guitars at once in opposite directions. It's so crazy to see. So, sometimes guitars will get old if they're not maintained. They can, eventually become dilapidated and not become any good. But, yeah, if you keep them well maintained, and if you treat them well, some of them can last a lifetime. Eagles, you're good, man. You are A-okay. We're just honestly kind of doing a little bit of hanging tonight, too. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So, I have seen those, Jacob. Those are super cool. Think I tend to see them on like headless guitars more so. If you really want something that'll kind of just break your brain a little bit, check out banjo tuners on guitars. It's super cool. It kind of messed with me the first time I saw it on a Firebird, and you just see the headstock, and then on the back, it's just straight pegs that you turn. And I know for some people that's like, oh, that's normal. That was so weird to me to see that at first, but it's kind of fun. So if you guys could, and there was no option, like price was no option, or sorry, object, price was no object, what would be your dream instrument or dream guitar? So like I go on guitar builders and stuff like that, and I spec out my builds that I think I'd like to have at some point. And for me, it's a Kiesel, I think it's the Aries series, in a classic white, pearl white tuners, matching headstock, white truss rod cover with a blue stained neck. So cool. Dude, the Hello Kitty guitars are so sick, man. There was a guitar that came through, I don't remember if it was my Goodwill. It may have been my Goodwill. It was a Emily the Strange Epiphone. Super cool. No idea anything about the series. It was just a really weird guitar. Yeah, dude. So the Gibson J45 is beautiful. And those Vipers are nice, Panda. Rock Awesome, I wish I could. I actually don't know Ben Harper. As I tell people, my library is very, very small. It's not what it used to be. And Matt, thank you. I think you might be a great addition to chat, man. But sorry guys. But yeah, Rock, I apologize. I don't really play cover songs here on channel just because of it being other people's songs. Same, Panda. I've been practicing some stuff, not really a whole lot. I was watching While My Guitar Gently Weeps today, the memorandum or the in-memory song they did for, I think it was his name, George Harrison? The one where Prince is playing guitar is so cool. I know people, I was saying, or seeing where some people said Prince was overplaying. I guess I could see that in some ways, but in my opinion, he wasn't. When you watch the full video, and then you get to his spot, like, it had already repeated so many times. The other guitar player had already played so many shred licks that when it got to Prince, he just carried it that much further. And those bends, man, those bends that he puts in is just so good. And his vibrato. So, Jacob, there is a 1964 Strat, I want to say, on Reverb right now. I think it's only, is it 60 grand? It's either 60 or 100, I want to say. But it's super cool. Yeah, Eagles, absolutely. And Matt, you can, or let me show you guys. Got to get you guys off of the stand here. I guess I could hold it like this. You can plug into pedal boards. So, sneak peek, that's my pedal board. And that's my amp. It's lots of cables, lots of fun. If we're gonna have a philosophical talk, though, I'm gonna go grab a soda. I'll be right back, guys. All right, guys, I'm back. Let's see. How many pedals do I have? I think around 14 again, like 14 pedals. Eagles, actually, yes. That happens. I'm not a doctor, and I can't give medical advice, but I can tell you what I've learned from over time. No, that's not weird at all, Jacob. That's actually pretty normal. Quite a few guys, they just plug directly into their amp and just crank their amp, and it's golden. Sometimes eagles, what happens is the brain has a hard time recognizing what's going on. So you can like feel a lot and at the same time also feel nothing. And it's one of those things where the brain will take time to process and it takes time to heal. Case in point, when I was talking with a nurse about some stuff going on after a job, and I didn't quite understand what she meant at the time, I guess, but she talked to me about being able to safely process stuff. And breathing helps. That is a really good point, Matt. Breathing exercises help. And then sometimes slowing down to figure out what it is that you're feeling. You can ask yourself, do I feel anger? Do I feel sad? Do I feel depressed? Do I feel nonchalant? Like all those different things. And you can start to kind of ask yourself why. What is it that's making that feeling? And then as you start to identify the feelings, then you can start to treat sometimes why you feel that way. Not in all cases, but sometimes. But Jacob, that's the part that you beat me to. So that's also where faith comes in. Dude, yeah. That's where faith comes in, man. And if it wasn't for God, I really don't know where I'd be, man. That's also huge, Matt. Sleep, what you eat, what you feed your mind, and letting your body rest. It helps. Panda, I'm not sure if you're still on here, but I know you definitely have some tips as well. I got you, Eagles. It's one of the things that I tell people. You don't have to be a Christian, you don't have to be any of that. But literally, sometimes what helps is just talking to God and saying how you feel. You know? Yeah. There are always professionals out there. Um, there's there's a phone number and stuff you can call as well. Um, and dude, you'll get through it. You will. It's like Panda said, reading the Bible, that helps. Praying, that helps. You don't have to be a Christian to pray. Going outside and getting sunshine, that helps. Talking with friends, hanging out with friends, even when you are not really wanting to hang out, it helps. Exactly, Jacob. It's never, you know, that whole thing of giving a permanent solution to a temporary problem. It's never the answer, man. Never is. Dude, you have a friend. Well, you have two. Me and Mrs. Gray. We are your friends, dude. It is. Matt, that is a great sign. Honestly, sometimes you gotta pull out of activities too. If there is too much going on in life, sometimes you have to step away from quite a bit. And you have to be honest. You have to be honest with people around you. And you know what I mean by that, Eagles. Well, you have my email, sir. Shoot me a message. Excuse me. Excuse me. That ginger ale, guys. Shoot me an email, honestly. You, me, and the people you're with, we can all talk and whatnot together. I don't do necessarily one-on-ones or anything like that, but you're important to me, man. You are. And Mrs. Great, too. So, like, honestly, man, I'm trying to not give some cliche advice and just do things, but for real, reach out. We always got time for friends. So what you need to do, Eagles, is come to Missouri with your family, and we'll all go rock hunting. Jacob, That is how guitar players become amazing guitar players. They're like, my friends left, my lady left, all these things up and left, but that guitar didn't leave. For real, Eagles. Keep reaching out, man. I mean that. I don't know, Jacob. There are some people. That's why it's important who you date. They might turn into what's her name that keyed her boyfriend's car and like cut up his seats. Was it Carrie Underwood? That song? I hate that song. Oh my goodness. Mm-hmm. Panda, you know. Dude, I was part of it. Okay, I know I keep putting guitar up and down. I think it's just gonna be a talking night, honestly. Dude, I was in this group. Eagles, it's cool. That's why there's always a remove button. But Panda, I was in a group talking with, it's a mix of men and women. And the question was asked to the women, if you get proposed to, you get engaged, and then the engagement is called off. What do you do with the ring? And most of the replies were along the lines of a lot of them were very kind and like, you give the ring back, all that sort of stuff. But so many were just like, I'm gonna throw it in the river. I'm gonna go pawn it. I'm just like, So for those that don't understand, the problem I find with that is that the ring is a symbol of a covenant and a contract. It's a sign of a promise. And you're accepting it's not quite a gift, it's a contractual gift. And so if you break the contract, that would be the equivalent of a contractor coming to your home saying he's going to do a project for you. You pay him in advance, and then he runs. And he's like, nah, breaking the contract. Dude, legit. Dude, come see me where I work. We'll get you guys hooked up. But the comments in that post were amazing. Again, this was years ago. Years ago. I ran into a guy. He was telling me about what dating is like now. And I feel so bad. I really feel bad for people growing up and getting in the dating scene right now. Ugh. I don't, Matt. I work in a box office department store, and we sell jewelry. And sometimes you hear really great stories, and you hear things of current culture, and you're just like, man, I feel so bad for people nowadays. It's hard. It is so hard trying to date nowadays. Eagles, you got that covered. You got that covered, Eagles. Bet, Jacob. I got you. We are throwing on the feels. Oh, dude. I got some stories for you. There you go, Jacob. Now, I'm trying to convince some of my friends to come through and drum. And once I can convince one of my friends to be a drummer, we can actually do some really, really cool upbeat stuff. I tend to play more Foo Fighters style, but the soft music has kind of been relaxing to people, so, you know, it is what it is. If it's helping, it's helping. Also, favorite brand of ginger ale? What is yours? Because Canada Dry, I don't know if it's mine. It's okay. Dude, Foo Fighters are so good. Everlong, whenever I heard that song, it was just That was it, man. I don't think I've really listened to Black Sabbath, man. I know it sounds controversial as a guitar player, but I don't think I've ever really like sat and listened to Black Sabbath. My old pastor was, I think, a huge Sabbath fan. It was either Sabbath, it was definitely Def Leppard's, AC/DC. Like he grew up during that time. Um, it was great. See, that's way healthier, Matt. Way healthier. Jacob, I got you. I know exactly what you're doing. Panda, grab your guitar too. The only question, Jacob, do you want it like swampy or do you want it like regular blues? I got you, Panda. Um, might have to turn that down a little bit. Okay, I have my pedals set for that, Eagles. There you go, Jacob. doing all that and I have the pedal on my board. There we go. That's why we were struggle busing. So, fun fact, if ever you get a guitar with a floating bridge, anytime you drop tension on one string, all the other ones gain more tension. So while that one string will go into tune, the rest will go very, very sharp. And so you gotta retune them all if you want it to sound right. I just gotta get this equalized. This PRS right now is not fit for this, but we'll try it. We'll try this. So, believe it or not, Panda, the ground is actually in my pedal. So when I see you, Jacob, you can send it to my email, to my about. And I love when people do that. There you go, Eagles. Like I said, let me get a friend that's a drummer, and we will have a great time. So, Eagles, do you want to be a drummer? Panda, if you want to be drummer, we can get Eagles with his trombone. This will be a killer metal act. Currently, though, I'm fiddling around a lot because that red pedal, the very first distortion pedal that I got, it is not very, very good for, it's not very good for, like, stuff. You gotta do, gotta do a lot of finagling to get it to sound right. And if you're not careful, it starts to sound really, really floppy. And so I will use like a, I'll use like a overdrive or something to try to tighten the sound. But honestly, once I get the power back on at my place, I put on the pedal that I normally have on there. It'll be perfect, guys. Panda, I need you in person though. So I have the drum kits and stuff at my place, but I'm gonna need you in person. That's gonna be so cool if we could dual stream. Dude. Way to go, Jacob. Thank you for the DM, Panda. Dude, bet. Generally, with the days getting longer, once we hit June, I know it gets dark around 9. Most of the time, I'm out of work at 7 or 8-ish. So there could be a point where if I get off at like 6 or something, we could all just head over to the park and jam, go live with that. And then Eagles can join us, because Eagles, you have to join us. As your adopted dad, you have to join us. Dude, have you heard metal saxophone in songs? It's so cool, man. And Eagles, if you want to drum, come drum. Panda, he can hold down guitar. I can hold down bass. Will be such a good metal act. Jacob, come join us too. You're gonna need to be second guitar player. And if you want to, Jacob, feel free to send it to my email. Well, then, Panda, I will hold you to that. Guys, I am getting ready to call a stream there. It's been so good seeing everybody. Dude, drums are hard at first, and then they're easy. And then they're hard again. And then they're easy. Weirdest thing. It's like any instrument. It's the learning curve. And once you learn a skill and you learn to apply it to the other one, it's great. Jacob, I'm totally a telly guy. Tellies are so good. Strats are nice. Like, my brother has best strat I think I've played, and it's a Squire. Really weird to say, but it's one of the best sounding playing strats I think I've ever played. And it's great. It's so cool. Dude, Pandas, my Elisa's has one too. It'll teach you about your timing, and mine is really bad. My timing is horrible. But guys, thank you all so much for coming by. I will try again. I'm gonna keep talking to my friends, see if maybe we can meet up. Panda, if I'm still not at work tomorrow, because again, power's off, nothing's really going on, and time allows, maybe we can meet up and jam tomorrow. That's if you're free, but shoot me the messages and whatnot, and we can go from there. But guys, thank you. The first act video, it's not how I planned it out, dropped today, and yeah, I was shooting for something way different, but we've been without power for like 2 days, so I'm like, you know what, we're doing it. And I love it, man. I love doing this. I love hanging with you guys and putting out stuff. So check it out if you haven't already. Please comment on that video. Thank you for all the likes and comments on this one as well. Thank you for hanging out. And for real, if any of you guys need a place to talk, shoot me an email, shoot me a message. I'm on Facebook. I'm on all sorts of places you can find me. Just remember, you really do matter. You're not junk. And you do have a purpose. So I really appreciate you all. Have a great night. I'm going to go get a slice of red velvet cake, I think. And honestly, Eagles, truthfully, I love you too, man. Me and Mrs. Gray both. Not just because you're our adopted son. Appreciate you all. And I'll see you on the next one.